Perfect. Thank you very much for joining us, Ammari. It's a real pleasure.
No problem.
So, how you're in the UK right now, I gather.
Yeah, in the UK right now.
How's the situation going over there?
Um, Besides no training, it's not too bad, I guess, so we're not on total lockdown. They just shut the gym, they just shut quite a lot of the shopping centres. But other than that, people are still free to do what they want to do. They can still go for runs, you can still go for a walk or a
Right.
bike ride or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's not too bad, but the no training, the no pad work, the no sparring, it's getting a bit annoying now, to be fair.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. Absolutely. So, how are you able to keep any kind of training structure or routine at the moment?
To be honest with you, the structure's gone. It's just gone. Like I'll go for a run or a bike ride every now and again. So if I go for a cycle, we'll try to get at least 20K in minimum, And sometimes if I'm with my cousin or we'll go get at least 20 miles in sometimes. So it depends. It varies. Depends. It varies.
Right, I understand. So, all formal training has sort of gone out the window for
Yeah,
you right now.
it's gone. It's finished.
Right. I mean, are you seeing any sort of positives from this lockdown? Like maybe some injuries you finally had been able to heal, or I don't know, you're able to rest for the first time in a while?
This is probably the first time I've had a proper rest. I've done nothing. So I had an arm injury in my left arm for quite a while, and it wasn't going away. But now that's healing slowly. So that's the probably the only positive I've got out of this lockdown.
Right. So at least it gives you a little bit of time to sort of recover, I
This is
guess.
100%, yeah, 100%.
Has it been anywhat enjoyable, or maybe at the beginning, and now you're starting
I
to
personally, I personally feel like it's just a long holiday. So once you get over the fact that you're not gonna be able to go back to normality for a while, you'll be all right. So right now, I'm just enjoying it. You just gotta enjoy it. You know what I mean?
right.
So right now, I'm enjoying time. I'm enjoying the time with my family. I'm enjoying playing the Xbox and all of that. So I can't complain, man. It is what it is. Yeah, it's getting boring, not training and not having a fight. But other than that, you just gotta enjoy it, man.
Nice. What do you
It gets
think?
crazy.
What do you think? Yeah, I'm also no Joe. Um, what do you think about this will be for the fight? Well, how long do you think it will be until fighters will be able to get on the stage again and get back at it? Have you got any inside information?
Oh, I wish I had inside information. I personally think it won't be till end of this year, beginning of next year. If it comes sooner, hopefully then. But personally, I feel like it'll be end of the year, if not afterwards.
And
So, but luckily, I feel like I think because the show that I was on, Glory 76, we were the next show to be on. Hopefully, we'll be the first in line to continue the show. So that's one thing.
right. And as for, do you have any idea as of now as of who you'll face next, or what's in store for you?
It will still be more than likely Ross Levine from America. So he was game for the fight regardless. So no doubt it will still be the same opponent. You know what I mean? He'll be training, I'll be training. So once we get the call, that's it.
Right. So I was looking through your Glory profile earlier today, and I was quite interested to see about how you said you grew up in a sort of rough neighborhood, rough environment, and I mean, how's that impacted, would you say, your fight career from growing up like that? And is that one of the reasons you got into training in the first place?
I'll definitely say so. Quite a lot of us come from rough areas where you have to kind of like defend yourself and make a name for yourself in order not to get bullied by the older kids or so on and so forth. So yeah, I feel like growing up where I grew up and going to the school I went to has definitely had a major impact on my fight career.
How old were you when you first started training?
11 years old. So when I first started secondary school, that's when I started training.
Right, yeah. So and you're 24 now, is that correct?
25.
25 now. Right. Is this something that you felt came naturally to you, or did you have to, really work to get to where you are today?
I feel like you've always got to work no matter whether you're gifted or not. So I've always been quite athletic anyway. So it, as soon as I went to the gym, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. So the hard work began as soon as I stepped into the gym, basically.
Talk us through a little bit of your road to getting to glory. You know, how from some of the first earliest promotions you got to right until you ended up on what I consider one of the biggest striking stages there is.
So 2018, I got my contract in Glory. The 2018 year was a good year for me, to be fair. I had 7 fights. I lost 2 of them. You know, it was a good year. I fought an infusion that year. Won a fight on that. Fought on Yoka as well against Joe Craven, who's in it now. Um, and then I had the 8-man tournament, which was a 85 kg tournament, where I was realistically not supposed to win because everyone had 10 kilos or 12 kilos on me. I was just a filling. I only went, it was basically a favor, but we ended up winning and walking through everyone. So that was basically my 2018 end to the year. You know what I mean? Got a nice contract with Glory. It was a multi-fight deal, so I think it was 2-fight deal. I had my first fight, won my first fight, and then they extended my contract to 2 years.
Nice. And is that was the goal, I guess, is to make it to a stage like glory.
That's always a goal for most fighters. I feel like there's a lot of fighters out there that are. Some people don't mind fighting on the domestic stage, but me and the guys that I fought, we all want to get to the big stage. You know, hence why we put in the work, we put in the hours, we make the sacrifices of just living in the gym in order to achieve our dreams. So that's the thing.
Something I've always been interested in, as I'm a huge striking fan, as well as an MMA fan, but more into striking, kickboxing, and Muay Thai. Why is it, do you think, it hasn't quite taken as big storm as MMA in recent times? Obviously, MMA's in UFC has really kicked off, but I mean it is growing, I think, but it hasn't quite had the same impact.
I don't know. So I think it's a great area, man. It's annoying because in UK, it's just a boxing country. Hands down, boxing country. You can fill out Wembley Arena, 90,000 people, easy. But if you ever had a kickboxing or a Thai boxing fight there, you're not even getting 10,000. It's a struggle. So I personally don't know what it is in the UK and USA, why it's not as big. But around Europe and obviously Asia, it's massive regardless, you know what I mean? But here and in America, it's just a struggle to get the fans behind it, you know what I mean? So it's one of them. I don't know. It's a great area for me personally. I don't. A lot of us always say we don't understand why. We wish it was a bigger sport here, you know. But it's just I don't know. It's never gonna get to that point.
Interesting. So you don't think it will ever be as big as MMA ever?
I don't think it will. I don't think it will. MMA is just, it's not been even been around that long, and now it's literally one of the biggest sports in the world. It's the
Yeah,
fastest growing sport in the world.
yeah.
You know
No,
what I mean? It's
you're
just
completely right. I find it
it's a
interesting
struggle.
personally because I hear a lot of people who complain they like to watch MMA, but they don't like to see people grappling. You know, they always say, "Oh, I don't like to see the guys rolling on the floor." And I always think, well, why
No,
don't you watch Glory or why don't you watch Muay Thai? But
this is what I'm saying. Understanding. Thai boxing, I feel like people will watch it, but if you don't understand the rules in Thai boxing, then you will kind of fall out of love with it. With kickboxing, the aim of the game is just to beat all your opponent. But in Thai boxing, there's a lot of rules you need to understand. You know what I mean? You could have someone beating someone up with leg kicks or hands, but if that person's scoring better, then they're going to win. And the people who are not really fans of the sport are not going to understand why he won or why he lost, you know what I mean? So that's another reason, I think.
interesting. I really love your style, man. I notice you maybe have more of a Muay Thai background or base. I see from your style, you love to counter kick. It's just one of your specialities, I guess. You reply with kicks very
Yeah.
quickly and snappy. How did you build that into your style?
I think you know, it's my trainer. The way my trainer trains us, it literally is just he drills we're a pressure gym. Everyone at our gym is just pressure fighters. We've all got our own style, but within that, we are pressure fighters. We like to low kick. We like to use hands. We like to just have a strong base, ready to take a shot to give a shot straight back. You know what I mean? And counter kicking is a big thing in Thai boxing anyway. You will take a kick and be able to and have to throw one straight back. You know, so that's mainly the big thing.
And how much would you say percentage wise is your base from Muay Thai and kickboxing?
I'm a Thai boxer through and through. Well, I've started at Thai boxing, and that's it. The only reason I'm in kickboxing now is just because my style suits it more. I like to use my hands a lot, whereas a lot of guys, I don't like. I personally don't like to clinch. I'm not interested in clinching, so my style doesn't really suit full Thai rules. Cause I want to go in there and try to blast them with hands, and 9 times out of 10, you're not going to knock anyone out at this level with hands. So you have to add a lot of things in, you know. So that's why I feel like my style suits kickboxing better. I like to use my hands. I like to use my leg kicks. That's me.
And elbows as well. That wasn't hard to transition out of.
Not really, you know. If you throw an elbow, you throw an elbow. Elbows are hard to throw anyway, unless you're like John Jones and you got some 20-inch reach on the person. You have to be very close for elbows anyway. So it's hard, man. It's elbows are hard to throw. You know what I mean? It takes a lot of it's a long process, man, to throw elbows. You have to be used to them. You have to get comfortable throwing them. You have to get comfortable being in your opponent's range as well, because you gotta think, if you're the same height as your opponent, if you're throwing an elbow, then he can throw an elbow. So you also have to get comfortable with that as well. There's a lot of things to it.
And I guess the whole point of cuts stopping the fight a lot as well, and it becomes a bit of a
Yeah,
hassle.
cuts as well. Even though you still got knees in kickboxing rules, but you're not really gonna get, unless you are fighting someone that's like 7 foot tall and can throw a knee clean to your eyebrow. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get away with it.
So lately we posted some of your sparring videos, and they got quite a big boom. Um, a lot of people were saying that you guys are sparring really hard, and it's almost like you're fighting. Is that how you guys always spar in your gym?
In my gym, yeah, Thursday mornings are crazy. I don't know why. We just Because we have a lot of guys come from all over UK to our gym. We have guys come from down south, up north, East Midlands, West Midlands, wherever. So I feel like, and because we're very comfortable with each other in our gym, we always go hard. Like, no one's ever really been knocked out in our gym, but we do. Sometimes you are gonna get the odd concussion or rattling or dead leg or whatever, you know. So that's just how it is in our gym. Always has been, always will be. No doubt after the lockdown, it's gonna be even crazier because everyone's got a lot of energy. So there's a lot of guys that are waiting to just let their hands go, let their kicks go.
And is it sort of a case of the new guys? You said you got guys coming from all over the country. Is it a case of it gets more competitive with them because they're sort of outsiders or newbies?
I think it's that as well. Everyone wants to kind of test their style on everyone else in the gym. Me personally, when I spar someone from a different dead leg or whatever, you know, so that's just how it is in our gym. Always has been, always will be. No doubt after the lockdown, it's going to be even crazier because everyone's got a lot of energy. So there's a lot of guys that are waiting to just let their hands go, let their kicks go.
And is it sort of a case of the new guys? You said you got guys coming from all over the country. Is it a case of it gets more competitive with them because they're sort of outsiders or newbies?
I think it's that as well. Everyone wants to kind of test their style on everyone else in the gym. Me personally, when I spar someone from a different gym, I will wait. I'll have one round and I'll just wait and see what they're about, and then I'll just do my thing. You know, that's always how I do. I just kind of like sit back for a minute, see what they're about, figure them out, and then just start doing what I need to do.
A lot of people were commenting saying that it's not that kind of sparring might not be very safe long term, and you might be taking damage. What do you think to that? Do you think they have a point?
Oh, long term, you're getting brain damage, 100%. Long term, you're getting some serious brain damage. But if you enjoy it, you enjoy it, man. End of the day, a fight career is not gonna last long anyway. You know. Um, Holland, on the other hand, when I went to Holland and was sparring out there, that's where you're probably gonna get knocked out quite a lot. You know what I mean? 'Cause in my gym, we do go hard, but we don't go as hard to the head. You know what I mean?
Right.
We kick hard to the body, hard to the legs, but as far as punching goes, we hit hard because we know that my teammate's gonna have his guard up. You know, so that's in that perspective, we're safe on that half. But when it comes to leg kicking or body kicking, we're gonna smash each other up.
When you say you're not in this for a long career, is that how long would you be talking about? Do you think you'll be in this game
If
for?
I can retire by the time I'm 38, 39, or 40, then I'll be happy with that. That's the aim. I want to last up to those ages. But if it doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen, you know. So, but hopefully, fingers crossed, I can make it all the way to the end, you know. But if
Right.
not, it is what it is. I've done what I've done. Hopefully, in that time, I can achieve what I want to achieve, and then we'll go from there.
And I've personally spoken to a lot of older fighters who have had to adjust because they were, stand and bang guys and or sparring really hard in the gym, but after a while it took a toll on their body and their head. Do you think that would be some of you as well? You'd have to adjust to maybe a more technical style in the future?
Oh, 100%, yeah. No doubt down the line, you're gonna have to adjust. You're always gonna have to adjust. The sport's changing every month, every week. You know what I mean? So fighters are changing. There's a lot more science in it now. Everyone's getting more technical, so you just gotta grow with the sport. You know, sometimes there's not a lot of guys now that are gonna want to stand the man because no, they want to last in the sport. So you're gonna have to change with them.
And what do you think we can expect to see from your next fight? Do you have has this lockdown and whole quarantine situation sort of left you feeling hungrier, or are you a bit worried that it might have made you a bit rusty?
No, and to be honest with you, my mind game's strong right now. I just think about my next fight non-stop. Think about training. So this lockdown is just it's just make me hungrier. I'm ready to get in there. I'm ready to do what I need to do. I've reevaluated from my mistakes last year. You know, what I mean, I had two losses last year, and I didn't need to take those losses. So that's the fires are burning, and I'm ready to get in there, and I need to just get back in there and get back to the top 10 rankings.
Nice. Good to hear, man. Good to hear that you're still ambitious. All right, we got just a few questions from people back home who wanted to ask. We've got one from Nils Bow saying, "How does your typical solo training, such as your technique and cardio, look?" So your individual, I guess, from what I take from that is, how's your training when you're by yourself for your technique and your cardio?
What now at this moment in time?
He didn't say, so I imagine either now or normally when you're in normal training camp.
I should hope my cardio is very good, you know. Yeah, my cardio is always good. We train hard. We're always pushing in the gym. We're always trying to strive for more in the gym, you know. Strength conditioning wise, same. Sparring wise, we're always good. We always push the rounds. We're always trying to keep the cardio high. So I don't know. I feel like you need a strong team in order to push you and get the best out. You need a strong team behind you. And me personally, I've got the best team I can have that are gonna push me and make me achieve what I need to achieve, cardio wise, strength wise, technique wise. So yeah, man, I feel like the main thing is having a strong team behind you.
Right. And how I was that's an interesting point. Do you would you see yourself as a big self pusher, or are you sort of someone who's a bit more like me, who gets motivated by the people around them and by their coaches and so on?
A bit of both, man. You have to self motivation is the main thing. You can't just rely on people to motivate you. At the end of the day, it's not a team sport when you're in the ring. It's a team sport when you're out of the ring when you're training, yes, but when you're in the ring, you're on your own. So you need that self motivation. You need that self belief. When you get knocked down, you have to get back up. When you feel like you're losing the fight, you need to just have that belief to just push and push and push, try to get the rounds back. You know, so yes, you need your team 110%, but you also need to have a strong mind. You need to have that real self belief in yourself.
Very nice. This is from me. Do you, at your level now, do you still experience fear before a fight?
I mean, I get scared every single fight. Every single fight, I'm always scared because you don't know what's gonna happen. You're scared of just not being able to perform how you wanna perform. You know, you're scared of that person being able to just knock you out with one punch. There's a lot of things that go through your mind, man. But yeah, 100% fear. But fear, it's good. It keeps you sharp. It makes you hungry. It makes you just want to go in there and get the job done. You know, so fear is a big thing. I'm not a psychopath, so I'm always scared, man. Always.
That's good. Yeah, I've heard from all of the best that you should feel fear to it, and you sort of
100%.
turn that energy into motivation, I guess, or into the positive side.
It's the drive. It's the drive. So without fear, you're not going to be sharp. You're just going to go in there sloppy, lazy, just thinking, nah, this is an easy fight. But if you go in there scared, you're going to be turned on 100%. no matter what the outcome is, you're still going to be able to, you're still going to want to give the best that you can give at that moment in time. So that's why I feel like fear is the biggest thing as well.
Do you think it ever fades away just a little bit, or some fights more so or less, and or is it sort of the same level every time of fear?
I don't know if you're from Thailand and you're Thai and you've got 300 fights, I feel like then it might fade away. But me being from UK, I don't think it'll fade away because I'm never gonna have 200 fights in my career. You know what I mean? I wish I did, but it's not gonna get to that point. So nah, I don't think it'll fade away. It might get more relaxed the older I get, but as of now, it's not gonna happen.
Joe.
Alright, Joe Craven's killing me.
Yeah, we met in Phuket in Thailand, and he cracked me up more
Oh,
than
he's
anyone.
a dickhead, mate. King of Halifax, the king of facts.
It's good to hear from you,
Oh,
bro. You still making me laugh.
he kills me, mate. He kills me, and that's another thing, man. Joe Craven was my opponent once. You know what I mean? He beat me. We're good friends now. So the fight game is a big thing, man. You make a lot of people, man. You meet a lot of people. You network. You make a lot of good friends, man. So I love what I do at the end of the day.
Yeah, I love that. I love I find more in Muay Thai and kickboxing than MMA. People have a much better attitude towards the sport and treating it as a sport, whereas MMA, there's this whole culture around trash talking to build up the
A
fights.
big ego anyway. We're in Thai boxing and kickboxing. Everyone's humble. We go in there. We know what we need to do. We get the job done. We afterwards we're all friends again, man. I'll show love to my opponent before and after the fight. But during, I'm gonna try and kill you. And he's gonna try and kill me. But afterwards, it's business at the end of the day. There's nothing personal here. If you're gonna go in there and you try to hate all your opponents, what's the point? There's no fun in that. You know, so you gotta show love, man, before and after, 100%.
Yeah, completely agree, man. Very well said. Okay, back to some of the questions. We've got one from Omar Moans asking what could be an alternative to sparring during lockdown.
Alternative to sparring, man, I couldn't even tell him. Unless you got a missus who's ready to fight you, then I couldn't really give you any alternative. So unless you got that, or you got a brother or a sister who's ready to just put on the gloves, then nah, I don't know, man. Every fight is struggling right now in sparring. If there's a fight that's sparring right now, get in touch, man. I need to understand. I need to know what you're doing right now.
Funny to say about the wife, we've got one question you might be interested in, which is, are you single? From Sweden.
Uh-huh. Uh, 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 uh.
Okay, so I'll tell her.
Lockdown.
Okay. Finally, one from Thai Guy PT. Ammari's style of fighting is fire. What fighters, both Thai and kickboxing, influenced his style of fighting, both now and as an upcoming fighter?
To be honest with you, I've never really had anyone that I've looked at that's inspired me. I've just kind of gone with the flow and how my trainers train me. We've kind of just formed our own way of fighting. Yeah, I've got guys that there's fighters that I like to watch, like Tyro and Spong, Ramon Deckers, Ernesto Hughes, guys like that. 100%, I've looked up to them. But as far as style, it's just how I've been trained, man, and it's just how I fell into it, you know.
Interesting. So you never had any kind of major idols or anyone you looked up to, and
Never, ever, never had an idol.
oh, that's very interesting because yeah, your style is certainly somewhat of a unique. Would you say you're predominantly a counter striker or more of an offensive striker?
I'm an offensive striker, 100%. But I've tried to be a counter fighter, I've ended up losing fights because it's not my thing. When I put the pressure on, then I get the wins. So that's one thing you have to find yourself in this sport. You know, you have to go through. I feel like you have to take certain losses to find out where you truly lie. And right now, I feel like I am going to be a great offensive fighter.
And what is the sort of end dream goal, like you're speaking of earlier? Is it to be the champion of welterweight division in Glory?
It's there, but it's not my top goal. Man. If I become champion, I'll become champion. As long as I can be in the history books of being one of this generation's best pressure fighters, and I can inspire people, I can inspire the next generation. Then to me, that's my job done. You know what I mean? It'll be good to be a world champion, but I don't think it's the be all and end all. You know what I mean? There's a lot of champions that people don't know about. You know what I mean? So you just got to make your mark on the sport and solidify your legacy at the end of the day. So to me, I want to be one of the best pressure fighters to come out of this country.
Nice. That's a very, very respectable answer, and I can. It's nice to have a refreshing change from just being the top of the best of the world and world champion. So I can
Yeah,
respect.
sorry, man. Yes, you want to be the best in the world, but sometimes you're not gonna get that. There's always someone that's a better fighter than you. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So as long as you can be the best that you can be, then you can't really complain about it. It's what it is.
So with you saying that, do you believe that in these sort of these true champions, if there's someone who's always better, like let's take Mayweather for example, who's in boxing, who's 50 and 0, 51 and 0, 2 and 0 now. So you think there's still someone out there who could beat him?
Of course it is. There's like 8 billion people on the planet, man. There's always someone out there that can beat him. There's probably 20 guys out there that can beat him. He knows that. Everyone else knows that. Yes, he's great. He's 50 and 0 in boxing, 100%. But there's always someone out there that's gonna beat him. There's a younger version of him. There's 10 younger versions of him. You know, so there's always someone out there.
That's great. All right, Ammari, it's been a real pleasure, my man. Thank you so much for joining us and giving us the
I'm
info.
no worries, man.
And hopefully we'll be able to do this again sometime. In the meantime,
100%.
wish you
Yeah.
the best with your Xbox and your training at the moment. And hopefully you'll be back at it in no time.
No, so, but yeah, thank you for having me. Thank you.
Pleasure. See you soon. Bye.
Cheers, bro.